The RYOBI Speed Bench Mobile Workstation Assembly Guide. Step 1. Unpacking. Carefully remove the product and any accessories from the box. Inspect the product carefully to make sure that no breakage or damage occurred during shipping. Do not discard the packing material until you have carefully inspected and satisfactorily operated the product. If any parts are damaged or missing, please call 1-800-525-2579 for assistance. Tools required for assembly: an adjustable wrench, ratchets and sockets 17mm, 13mm, and 8mm, and a Phillips No. 2 screwdriver. Step 2. Attaching the handle. Place the tabletop face down on a flat, non-marring surface. Locate the edge of the workstation. Label A. With the attachment bracket at the front of the tabletop, insert handle, labeled D, on each side simultaneously. Align holes to the handle with the holes on the frame. Insert the bolt through the holes in the handle and frame. Place a nut onto the bolt and tighten. Use a Phillips screwdriver and 13mm socket to secure. Step 3. Aligning the skid frame to the table frame. Insert the skid frame, label B, into the table frame, label A. The rubber feet on the skid frame should be facing up. Step 4. Attaching the wheel frame to the table frame. Locate the wheel frame, label C. Place the wheel frame in between the two sections of the table frame assembly. The release lever with the lock icon should be facing up. Align the holes at the top of the wheel frame with the holes on the inner table frame tubing. Stack two spacers with curved edges facing the tubing and slide to fit between. Insert the bolt through the holes in the frame, the two spacers, and the wheel frame. Place a nut onto the bolt and hand tighten. Repeat on the other side. Step 5. Finish frame assembly. Carefully align the holes on the outer section of the table frame and the wheel frame. Use a bolt on one side to pin the lifted pieces in the proper alignment so that the remaining hardware can be installed. On the opposite side, stack two spacers with curved edges facing the tubing and slide along the tubing to fit between. Insert the bolt through the holes in the frame, the two spacers, and the wheel frame. Place a nut onto the bolt and hand tighten. Carefully remove the bolt used as a pin. Stack two spacers with curved edges facing the tubing and slide to fit between. This may require additional adjustments with force. Insert the bolt through the holes in the frame, the two spacers, and the wheel frame. Helpful hint: you can also place a screwdriver through the opposite side of the bolt and use it as a guide. Place a nut onto the bolt and hand tighten. Use a Phillips screwdriver and adjustable wrench to secure. All four connection points with spacers that were previously hand tightened should be tightened securely. Step 6. Installing the wheels. Slide axle bolt through the wheel, washer, and then through the holes in the wheel frame. Place a nut onto the bolt and tighten. Use a 17mm socket and adjustable wrench to secure. Repeat the process on the other side. The wheels should spin freely when installed. If they do not, loosen half a turn on the bolt. Step 7. Installing the skid plate. Ensure that the release lever is in the locked position before rotating the workstation. Carefully lift and rotate the workstation so the unit is resting on the wheels and the handle. Insert the skid plate, label E, into the frame. The skid plate should be facing upwards. Align the holes in the skid plate with the holes in the frame. Insert the wing nut through the holes in the skid plate and the frame. Tighten to secure. Repeat on the other side. Step 8. Installing the link accessory rails. Locate the attachment bracket on the tabletop. Align the holes in the link accessory rails with the holes in the attachment bracket. Insert the screws through the holes in the rail and the attachment bracket. Place a nut onto the screw and tighten. Use a Phillips screwdriver and adjustable wrench to secure. The link double organizer bin hangs on the link accessory rails. Step 9. Relocating link accessory rails. The attachment bracket can be moved around the edge of the tabletop. using the pre-drilled holes provided. Using a Phillips screwdriver, unscrew the 3 bolts that hold the attachment bracket to the bottom of the tabletop. Identify the location of the edge you'd like to install your link accessory rails to. Insert bolts and tighten to secure in the new location. Now you're all set to start using your SpeedBench mobile workstation. Optional: installing miter saw. You'll need nuts, bolts, and washers, a ratchet and socket set, an adjustable wrench, and a drill and drill bit. Place the miter saw on top of the work surface where you'd like it to stay, and mark where 4 feet are. Ensure you are mounting the miter saw outside the marked no drill area. Take off the miter saw and drill pilot holes where you previously marked. Place miter saw back on the work surface and insert bolts through the holes in the miter saw and work surface. Place the nut onto the bolt. Tighten securely with an adjustable wrench and appropriately sized ratchet and socket. Need additional help? Call RYOBI customer service at 1-800-525-2579 or visit ryobitools.com.